Hey man, I don't know where else you've been other than under a rock if you haven't heard about the 10 inmates that escaped the New Orleans Parish jail.
An urgent manhunt is still underway in the South after several inmates escaped from a Louisiana jail. The jailbreak shows the inmates running out of the jail and jumping down off a ledge. You see it right there. 7 of the 10 fugitives have been able to stay ahead of that manhunt for 4 days. Now, the Louisiana governor says there is no excuse for the failure at the jail that allowed violent criminals on the streets.
Now, these nincompoops weren't so stupid. Yeah, they must have figured something out because they were able to remove a toilet from the wall. And somehow there was a big gaping hole behind that wall. They were able to get through all the plumbing and they got the hell on. They had cloths and blankets they threw over the barbed wire and they climbed on over and they got away with it. Now, maybe the New Orleans Parish needs to update how frequently they do a head count in that jail because it took them 7 hours to realize that these 10 men were gone. And when they went and checked one of the cells, the one that they particularly escaped from, there was messages left behind on the wall. Now, one of the messages would say that we're innocent, it's too easy, to SMD. They basically spit in the face of the New Orleans Parish jail. Now, there's a guy named Antoine Massey who is one of the escapees, and the New Orleans Police Department is saying that he's the mastermind behind this. And when you look at his past, you definitely know that he probably had something heavy to do with this. Now, before I get into his extensive criminal history as far as what he did to land in jail throughout his life, let's get into his escape history when he was in these jails, in these prisons. Now, in 2007, at the age of 15, Massie escaped from the Youth Study Center, now the Juvenile Justice Intervention Center in New Orleans, and he and 5 other juveniles used metal shackles to break a window and flee. At the time, he was being held on charges of armed robbery and aggravated assault. In 2019, Massie escaped from the Morehouse Parish Detention Center near Monroe, Louisiana, where he was recaptured the same day in Lancaster, Texas. And in 2023, while under electronic monitoring, Massie cut off his ankle monitor just 2 hours after it was applied, disappearing from supervision. Now, Antoine Massey was in the New Orleans Parish to begin with because he had charges of rape, kidnapping, domestic violence by way of strangulation. And according to Fox 8 Live, the story went like this. According to court records and police reports, the incident began around 2 a.m. in Slidell, Louisiana, when Massey confronted a woman he was dating after discovering that she had reported him for domestic abuse. He allegedly assaulted her and then forced her into the vehicle, driving her to his grandfather's house in New Orleans East. There, he reportedly beat her with a pot and threatened to kill her. The victim stated that Massey continued to assault her while driving to multiple locations, including restaurants. Each time she attempted to escape or seek help, he allegedly dragged her back into the vehicle. During one of those attempts, Massey is accused of strangling her until she lost consciousness. Eventually, he brought her to his sister's house, where she reported that he pulled out her braids, causing heavy bleeding. She managed to escape after retrieving her car keys and finding assistance from a bystander. Paramedics transported her to a hospital where medical personnel noted severe facial injury, swollen eyes, and clear signs of strangulation. They would later find him in Texas and bring him back to New Orleans. Now, there's 2 inmates left, obviously. That will be Antoine Massey and Derrick Groves. You see, Derrick Groves to me seems like he's trying to play the long game. He don't plan on coming back. I don't know where he is, but when they say you need to lay low, that's exactly what he's doing. Now, see, Antoine Massey, he's doing the complete opposite. Now, to be fair, I'm not sure if this video is old and it was when he first returned back home from the streets last year, because when I'm looking at the hair, they got Antoine Massey diving into a pool saying, "This is my first time in 14 years being in the water." He had a low haircut. Now, when we recently seen him, he had braids and then he had locks. So I'm gonna play it fair and say that this video is old. But Antoine Massey has still been on the internet doing what he's not supposed to do.
You've been gone. I've been gone for 14 summers, man. You hear me? But I ain't swum since 2006.
But before we get to him trying to plead his innocence to the world while on the run in somebody's kitchen, let's get to his aunt, who got on the internet to say, listen, this boy saw some things as a kid that he shouldn't see, and it changed the course dynamic of his family. Everybody's been affected by what they saw, and that he's really a good person, but he has been a problem child his whole life.
But right now, our family is going through. You niggas is opening up old wounds that we are trying to bury. We are trying to bury them. Y'all making my nephew out to be a monster.
Whoa, auntie. Stop saying we making him out to be a monster. Stop saying we opening up old wounds. We didn't move that rusty ass toilet and send that boy through that hole and then threw him over the gate. We didn't do that. We didn't kidnap our own girlfriend because she was tired of getting beat up. We didn't take her to my grandfather's house. We didn't take her to the sister house, rip out the braids every time she tried to escape and go drag her back into the house, allegedly, innocent till proven guilty. But we didn't do that.
He is not a monster. Is Antoine a problem child? Of course. Anybody who know us know that. Has Antoine been a problem since they fucking won? Yes. But how did he get that way? Y'all know how he got that way. From watching his father get executed in front of him, but he's not the only one that it done affected. It affected his sister. It affected his mama. It affected all of his siblings. Do you understand what I'm saying? It affected all of them. But this is his story with it. His sister right now is locked up and incarcerated from allegedly helping him. Allegedly helping him. She ain't been right since she seen the murder of her father. I need for y'all to lift this family up in prayer. To tell us, where y'all at, man? Do y'all want to relive this shit again? Y'all still ain't healed from my brother dead. Y'all still ain't healed from his death. And y'all gonna watch this shit go down in national TV, bro. I'm trying not to get upset because I've been crying all day at work today and I had to flip tables and now. This not his fault, y'all, and I'm not taking no sides. And I'm not trying to make excuses for him. But this not for him, y'all. Because trust me, he's scared right now. He's scared. He want to go home. Because he the type of nigga, he would make decisions and think afterwards. Because he not all there. Am I saying he don't know right from wrong? Yes, he know right from wrong. He grown. But the system raised him. He been in jail 14 years of his life. Come home, domestic violence, he back in there. All he wanted to do is see his mama who just come home. All he wanted to do is see his baby graduate. But we know that's not the way of going by doing. But in his mind it is. It's his mind he can't do 14 more years. And the crazy part about it is he was the one with the lesser charges.
Hey man, while I can sympathize with him and his family, and I do encourage prayer to be held for his family who's been going through this, and I'm gonna pray for him that they don't have to shoot him dead in the street when they see him. I'm gonna pray for him. I'm there for that. But auntie, what I will say is, it's too late. It's too late to explain how he got this way. At this point, Antoine Massey is who he is. He's 32 years old. He's done multiple prison breaks. You said he knows right from wrong. So yes, he was affected in his past, but he still knows that what he's doing isn't right. He still knows that there are consequences to his actions. And if he doesn't realize that, that's exactly why he needs to be where he is. Because see, he's a danger to society at this point. He's beating and bruising and hurting women. He's had aggravated assault charges, robbery, armed robbery. This is a man that you cannot trust to be out in the streets. Hell, you can't even trust him to be in jail because he finds a way to break out every time. Auntie talking about he just wanted to see his daughter graduate, y'all. Well, he should have went to the graduation and he should have went and turned himself back in. Because jumping in the pool, allegedly, walking through the French quarters, enjoying life, don't look like that's all he wanted to do to me. Now, Antoine Massey would come to the Instagram live and act like he's some type of political refugee, like he's just been done so wronged by the system and that he's innocent and that he needs everybody with a platform, including the rappers, because niggas love rappers. He didn't call out a politician. He didn't call out any elected officials. No, he called out Meek Mill, Albie Al, out of everybody. He called out any rapper that he could think of to come and please let his story get out there and get him out of jail when he basically admits that he's gonna be back in custody. Oh, and let's not forget, he said that he didn't break out of jail. He said he was let out.
During the day, my name is Antoine Massey. I'm one of the ones that was let out of Orleans Parish jail, where they said I escaped, right? I learned that they locked the woman up for saying that she was supposed to be helping me in any nature. Her name is Diamond White, right? Now, Diamond White is the victim to my case in St. Tammany. What they say, the kidnapping, the second degree kidnapping, the domestic abuse battery. Now, this woman, this is a grown woman, not a child. This woman I was dating, right? Now, on the news right now, they saying that they locked this woman up for trying to help me, right? Or whatever nature they locked her up for. Now, check this out. This is a legal drop form from this woman in Orleans Parish. See the charge? Domestic abuse, battery, and strangulation. This is in Orleans Parish, right? This is what this woman went did. Diamond White, who they just locked up for saying she was trying to help me, right? I'm on a charge for this same woman in St. Tammany and Orleans Parishes. All my charges come from this one grown woman right here. All right, this is a legal affidavit from this woman. A legal affidavit, and I kept it. Reason why I left the jail, because these people was trying to give me a life sentence in both parishes for something that the woman said that I did not do. And then plus, look how dirty it is. They went and locked this woman up. Her name is Diamond White. Look on the news. They went and locked this woman up, saying that she was trying to help me. Wherever I this woman, why would she be trying to help me? Make that make sense. World, I'm showing y'all, the whole world, how corrupted the state of Louisiana is. I'm an innocent man. Yes, in my past, I made mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say mistakes. I was just young. He never beat her. He was nowhere in her presence. This is the affidavits on the date right here. This is the drop form from the district attorney office. This woman went did this. I didn't do this. Look, it's legally dated. So I'm asking, please, for help. Young boy, Meek Mills, people, LBL, you know what I'm saying? People that been through the system that know it's corrupt. Lil Wayne, Donald Trump, please, I'm asking for help. You know what I'm saying? When I get back in custody, I'm asking y'all, please, to come and help. You feel what I'm saying? I'm asking the world. I'm letting y'all know I'm not a raper, man. I'm not none of that. None of that. I'm a good person. I am a father that want to be in my children's life. You know what I'm saying? I want to let the younger youth know that going down the route of trying to be a street person is not the route. That's what type of person I am. Yes, I was lied on. They made Sterling lie on me. All the guys they picked me for him to lie on. I'm not saying Sterling a bad guy, but why did you? I'm asking for help from the world, from Meek Mills, Lil Wayne, Young Boy, Donald Trump. I'm asking for these people. I couldn't even get a lawyer. I couldn't even afford a lawyer to prove my innocence while I was in Orleans Parish jail. They said that I broke out. I didn't break out. I was let out. My name is Antoine Massey. The guy who said that I threatened him with a shank, the maintenance guy, how could I threaten you with a shank? If you can't come around me, you're a maintenance. You cannot come on the tills without a deputy being behind you. Because if they just let you on the till, you could be persuaded to bring drugs or anything like that nature. So how can I threaten you to jail you? And why you didn't notify the people, the police, that if I did threaten you, you never did that. Like, you flat out lied on me. He certainly flat out lied on me. And I want to let the media know that from the straight tattoos in my face and things of that nature, of course they're going to believe Sterling. You know You know what I'm saying? I never told Sterling nothing. I'm willing to take a lie detector test and everything behind that. But that's another subject. Orleans Parish is one of the corruptedest jails. That in St. Tammany Parish is the corruptedest jails in the state of Louisiana. Why was I even incarcerated with a woman saying that this never happened? This is this woman's name. This is the charge, domestic abuse strangulation. This is about the shit in St. Tammany. Why was I in Orleans Parish? Why was I even in jail? That's what I'm trying to show y'all. That's why I left the jail. And they have a lot more.
Now, of course, the police would find that IP address wherever he's streaming from. They would get the location and they would go raid that house.
This is the Louisiana State Police. We have a search warrant for 14468 LJ Drive. We have the house surrounded. Anyone inside, come out with your hands up with no weapons. Anyone inside, come out with your hands up.
Just to figure out he wasn't there. So I will say Massey is moving smart. He recorded that. He got the hell on. Now, ain't no telling where he's at. I'm not here to say if he's innocent or guilty, but I will say he's got a long shot of trying to get out of jail at this point when they do capture him. He's making things worse. He's definitely not making them better. And given your violent history that you already have been convicted for, you also have a record of escaping prison and police custody. I don't think that anybody would touch you with a 10-foot pole as far as you representing the injustice of the American prison system. And you shooting your shot for Donald J. Trump is a long shot, my boy, because he's helping people out now. Don't get me wrong. NBA YoungBoy, Lil Wayne, he's helping people. Larry Hoover. Larry Hoover is being backed by people with money, and then the other people, they have money. You got to pay to play, my boy. You said you can't even afford yourself a lawyer. You damn sure can't afford that pardon from Donald Trump, because we know he taking money under the table. He ain't moving out the kindness of his heart. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation, man. Do y'all think that he just made this situation worse, or shit, fuck it, man, let me go enjoy my days and let me try to get my story out there and just go for the Hail Mary and the gusto? Y'all let me know what y'all think down below in the comments, man. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. We out, baby. Hey, hit that like button if you really like what I'm doing. We out of here. Boom. Just LaFlare.
It's him.